Hello everyone, welcome to new year and new tutorial series about rigging in Blender Next. In this first tutorial I would like to show you how you can create and export this animation to Maya and Unreal Engine. Everything will work as expected. Also, if we create a cube here, we have correct scaling system without any troubles. 20 centimeters this cube, and in Blender we have same units. So how this works? First we will delete this skeleton and groups that we will create manually later. To create a rig in Blender Next, you should create two types of objects. Armature it's your joints, and empties, controllers for your joints. You can use curves too if you want. So we add armature to scene and move this joint to startup position of your rig, to a pelvis place. For example, if your character pelvis located here, you should move joint here. Why we should do this? Because armature here, it's already your root joint. That's actually how game rigs work. Root joint located in center of the world. Now we select this joint, it's our pelvis joint, and extrude extra joints via extrude joints command. Your joints always should have some bending angle between them, because Blender should know which direction it should use for your inverse kinematics deformation. Otherwise, Blender will use angle between joints for deformation if your angle between joints is less than 180 degrees. In other words, my joints will bend now to this direction. Now we should create from armature joint extra joint for your inverse kinematics joint. Use duplicate command. It's very important. This is our first pelvis joint, and this duplicated pelvis is a key controller. Now we create constraint in pose model for this chain. Bone constraint, add bone constraint, inverse kinematics, target to root, bone to EK control bone, and adjust chain length to match joint length. You will see this yellow line. Blender will show you how it will bend your joints from which bone to which bone. Now we select all joints, pose, apply poses, rest pose to define startup pose for this chain. Now select EK control joint, and this chain will bend. If you don't see your axis, you can use this scale slider to adjust axis. I programmed many variations, so it can be very big or very small. Now, what we can do, we should replace EK control joint with empty object to create a controller. And change scaling to 1.5. Done. Now we can apply gain pose response. And what we can do now, we should skin this rig to JB mesh. How actually you can do it? You can edit position for your joints to match your object. When you tweak your joints in edit mode, in pose mode they will be updated automatically. Also you can apply pose, respose if you want. Now you select your object first, select skeleton next, and use Ctrl-V, set parent to command with topological weights and with surface weights. With topological weights is standard Blender skinning that everybody knows. With surface weights mode is new topologically independent skinning that can skin very thin mesh parts independently. For example, if your character has some clothes and you don't want to remove a body from underlying clothes, right? That's why animators always do it, because topology intersect and you get weird artifacts. In Blender Next you don't need to do it anymore. This can be handled automatically. But I will show later how this function works. For the time being, I will show you now with topological weights. Now we select in pose mode cube and deform. See? Deformation working incorrectly. Why this is happening? Because joints in topological mode here are topologically perfect. But what if we use surface weights now? In surface weights mode, the joint chain will be deformed correctly. See? That's the difference. Because if you have very big distance, this will not work as expected in topological mode. But in surface mode, it will work just okay. So for the last cube here, I should tweak weights manually in edit mode. So I can select geometry in edit mode, switch to weight paint mode, and adjust for this pelvis joint my weight to 1 in polygon selection mode via set weight command. When I finished weighting, I can select all objects, weights normalize all groups. Now we have correct deformation. See? Let's create the animation for this object. We select first controller EK bone, press IK to enable insert keyframe menu or whatever shortcut you bind it, and create a first keyframe to location, rotation, and scale. Now change frames to 30, moves here, location, rotation, scale. And for last keyframe, to make a perfect match, I will copy and paste keyframe. I will get looping animation. To make animation smooth, you can use right-click, handle type automatic, interpolation, Bezier, easing automatic to get smooth animation. This is how it works now. Now you select your skeleton, select object, file, export RBX, and export head surface to file, this time with backed animation. We import this file to Maya. Enable X-ray, enable joints. Animation works fine. See? Now we can import this animation to Unreal. We remove this object. We remove object in scene, old objects, and import hard surface to file that we just exported. Don't forget to check import animation checkbox to get animation sequence object. Now we can drop it to Unreal interface. Play. Oops. I got collision. Done. Object imported. That's how it works now. See? Pretty much nicely. Via this way you can animate pretty much everything in Blender from environment meshes. You can do whatever you want. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.